everyone. I hope everyone is safe and healthy at home. Today we're going to discuss on what we can do to cope with anxiety. At first, we need to realize that it's all a play of our mind. It's the thoughts that determine our emotions or that affects our behavior. So if we kind of change those disturbing or irrational thoughts, automatically we'll be in a much better place and we'll be much more relaxed and calm. So one such technique that we use here is mindfulness that help us to kind of focus on the present rather than dwelling into our past or focusing on our future. So now if we pay close attention to what our mind is doing, we will realize that it's kind of creating stories for us. So when I think, for example, that I'm going to get COVID and I might land up on a ventilator, or it could be that bad things are going to happen to me and I don't think I'll be able to cope with it. So these thoughts keep running in our head, right? These negative thoughts or these irrational thoughts for which there is no basis at all, and these are stories because it's based on direct observation that we see that could be true for other people, but that does not mean that it's going to happen to me as well. So this realization is very, very important. Okay, so here we're going to mainly discuss about 3 steps. First is settling into the present. So for this, what we can do is, at first we can sit comfortably in a quiet place away from noise, and we can relax ourselves and we can calm ourselves down, and then you can let your eyes close. After that, once you feel that you're relaxed, you can draw a slow breath into your lungs and then maybe count till 4. Pause briefly and then exhale for the count of 8, right? So you can do this for 4 or 5 times, and then as you breathe, you should feel your shoulders drop and your weight press into your chair. So at this time, it's perfectly normal for your mind to keep thinking about these thoughts. It's natural. You don't have to try to stop those thoughts from coming in, but you should only focus on your body and you should focus on your breath. At that point of time, you do not have to focus, or you do not have to consciously try to stop those thoughts. Let those thoughts come in, right? So you can practice this for 3 to 5 times. The second step that you can do is you can identify your thoughts, right? The second step, which is the most important step here, is to identify those thoughts. You need to know that you're feeling that way. So that's why I asked you not to stop those thoughts. So when I realize that, okay, fine, I'm thinking about that, what you can do at this particular moment is that you can write those thoughts down. Once you write those thoughts down, it becomes easier for you to acknowledge it and to deal with it in an objective manner. So here I can think that bad things are going to happen, I might lose my job, or nobody is happy with me, I don't think I'm talented enough, I don't think I'm doing enough, I don't think I'm worthful. Whatever thoughts are running in your head, you can just write it down and then you can deal with it effectively later on. But it's important that you write it down, because once you put those thoughts onto your paper, it becomes easier for you to kind of process it and to know that actually you're thinking about this. And this is where you need to realize that these are just stories. You cannot be sure of what is going to happen. And with this, you can focus on your present and make your present better so that your future is according to what you want it to be, right? The third step here is you recognize the alternatives, right? Now it just does not end to for you to recognize those thoughts, but you need to adapt to a more rational way of thinking. So here I'm going to look at the same situation from a different angle. So when we are engaging in these thoughts, we are kind of just focusing on one angle of the situation, that things are going to go bad, I might get COVID, or I might land up, or I might die, or whatever. These thoughts are just one way of looking at a thing. When we are engaged so much into those thoughts, we fail to look at the other side of the situation, where it could be that I might not get it, or I might get it but I can survive with milder symptoms. It could be anything, right? One cannot predict what's going to happen. So instead of worrying continuously about those thoughts, we can develop alternatives to those thoughts. Like, even if I get it, I might just have milder symptoms, I think I'm going to be fine. There are so many solutions coming up right now, so I am going to be fine. Or bad things are going to happen. It could be that even if something happens, that's going to be temporary, and I think I can cope with it and I can come back out of it even stronger. So there are other ways of looking at it. When you look at those other ways of looking at things, the grip of those irrational thoughts automatically loosens up, right? So you kind of develop an alternative way of looking at a situation, which can be much more healthier for you, and in turn can help you lower down your anxiety. So when we're writing down those thoughts, make sure that you do that maybe thrice, 3 or maybe 4 times a day, so that you kind of gain practice to kind of recognize those thoughts immediately and kind of change those into a much more rational and healthy way of thinking. Once you adapt to it, once you look at the situation from a different angle, you will automatically realize that you're much more relaxed, you're much more calm, and it will help you to deal with stressful situation in a much more effective way. So this was for today, how you can help yourself to cope with anxiety. I'll come back later with other topics, and thank you so much.